All right, what's up, people? So this is gonna be part two of the Tom Watch Along. I haven't. You can see where my red line goes. I think they're gonna reset me a little bit. So let's see what they do.
Aspects of the left-hand path,
Yeah, they're gonna
primal
reset
in
me.
history, primal in
What
the
did I get to?
psyche, thus
Yeah,
obtaining truth.
let me try to get this.
I think it's so phony. Now, there are people who abide by these philosophies that
Where we at? How far the fuck
they
did I
put
get?
words in the mouths of the gods, portraying them as what they want them to be instead of what they truly are.
Fine, we'll start here. I think I saw this already. I don't know.
If you want truth from the corpses of the deities you dug up, you have to be a necromancer instead of a fucking ventriloquist. And
I'm not a
let the
necromancer.
gods say what they want to say. To put it simply, why this way of thinking, this interpretation of the practices of the ancients frustrates me so much is because I want to know. I don't want to believe. And to know, you have to delve into the esoteric. You have to go beyond the surface. You have to go deep.
I don't know if this is a part that I already watched or I didn't watch, but no, no. The problem of knowledge in philosophy is one of the deepest problems. When they say, what is knowledge? It's justified true belief, right? But then you get back into belief. This is a problem you're never going to solve, Tom. Trust me. It's cute that you tried, though.
Anyway, the following are 3 videos I made on the topic of
here we go.
Paganism,
let's get into
Druidism, it. So on. Leave your comments down below, and if you have an argument, if you think
I'm gonna try to do one,
let me know.
I've been accused of doing much less than
my mind.
Come on, bro.
I seriously doubt it, though.
Okay. Oh shit. What do you say? He seriously doubted that I could make a counter argument? Dude, I'm making a counter argument to peanut butter. It's called jelly, motherfucker. What the fuck? Come on, bro. Modern paganism. Well, we off on a bad start right there, dude.
Greetings, friends. I thought I would do something a little different this time around. Something, let's say, not scripted. I'm just gonna wing it. Now, lately
shit.
I've been
welcome to the club, bro. It's easy that way, bro.
Videos, I've been
if you smooth,
emphasizing my contempt for modern paganism, let's say, or modern paganism, Druidism.
What are you talking about? Faking ass motherfuckers? Like okay, yeah, I understand.
The way it just,
I've been with you on that for a long time on that argument.
So phony. Now, there are people who
man, they cosplaying, bro. Just let them play with their action figures, nigga. Come on, man. Just let them play with them action figures, nigga.
They're fine as individuals go, but the crap they buy into, I don't get the appeal. Now, I've mentioned a few times my own personal journey, let's say, into the occult, and the way I was attracted to paganism, because, well, a lot of it has to do with history. I love history, and I love to tap into my, let's say, personal heritage. So I have a fascination with, let's say, Celtic mythology and, Celtic
and that's what's up, bro. Stuff. That's what's up, man.
And a lot.
Nobody hating on you for that, bro.
What is considered modern paganism is
it's faux. It's fake. It's fucked up. I know what you're saying, bro.
Of Druidism. Okay.
They made that shit up, man. They don't even have the roots, man. Come on, you know this.
It's some silly shit.
Exactly.
I'll put it that way.
Exactly.
Some feel good. Druids were a bunch of happy tree lovers who were,
Who was it? Margaret Murray that
ancient
did the witchcraft
ecologists,
and whatever
maybe
the
in
fuck it
their
was.
eyes,
That book in the 1960s that kind of changed
who love the
neopaganism
goddess
forever.
and love
I forget who the
nature
fuck it
and
was,
blah blah blah,
but
which
you know
is
what the
pure
fuck I'm
worship.
talking about, right?
And also,
Thank God we had. I mean,
coming up
whatever.
within,
Thank God we had
I don't know, a
LaVey
couple weeks
to
from
counterbalance
now,
that
well,
shit. Otherwise, we'd be
roughly
fucked for
3
10
weeks from now,
decades.
will be the solstice. Okay, the summer solstice. And in England, I don't want to call them half-wits, but anyway, they will go to Stonehenge, and they will gather in Stonehenge, and and chant and bang drums and do hallucinogens and dance around and whatever the hell hippies do. Now, I watched this recent video, I think it was done by Vice, where this young woman was interviewing different individuals. And one first guy she interviewed outside of Stonehenge, he didn't want to have to pay to park or some such shit, and so he stayed outside. He wasn't going to go into the gathering or whatever. And she asked him his name, and his name was Arthur Pendragon. I was thinking, well, that's fucking original. And then when she goes inside, she decides, okay, I'm gonna find a real druid, not just a partier, but a real druid. And she comes across this older, I don't know how much older he is, but gray-haired guy, whatever, looking like Gandalf. And she asks, well, what's your name? And he goes, my name is Merlin. I was just going, fuck. Where the fuck is the originality? Come on, you fucking people. And it was showing these individuals going up to the stones there, Stonehenge.
You know what Merlin's real name is, right?
Them and practically, making love to these things. And I couldn't help but think to myself,
yeah, it's Lailakin.
What if you were to take
whatever. Don't worry about it.
Neolithic person, one of those who helped
comic
build
books are just comic books.
Structure back 4,000 years ago, roughly, give or take, and bring them up to now.
One of the things that I think is really cool about what Tom is like, what I would say his work is, like for example, like his magical work, what he's trying to do is that he's trying to reconnect himself with an ancient tradition, and he's also trying to, how should we say this? Read the runes or read the room. I'm kidding. That has nothing to do with that. But basically trying to become in contact with his own, heritage in a sense. And I think he's basically said that. And I think that's super awesome. And I think you can use magic introspectively to do that. And I think that's so super fucking awesome. Anywho, go ahead, man. I'm only going to give you the first one. This is going to be a fucking 4-part thing, I think.
And let's say you could communicate with him and ask him, say, okay, that right there, that Stonehenge there that we call Stonehenge, what was that? What was it made for? What was the function of it? And let's say the guy goes, "But that thing?" And he goes, "That was a fucking strip mall." You know what I mean? What if it had just
hilarious.
a mundane function? What if it wasn't this? Well, they say, well, it aligns with the equinoxes, or excuse me, with the solstice. Winter solstice, summer solstice, whatever, so on and so forth. What if that was pure
calendar
coincidence?
marker, but I don't want to get into
let's
that.
say vendors gathered.
No, hold on, nigger. Hold on, man. This is your tradition, man. You need to claim it. That's your tradition. I think, right? Or that's is British or Gallic or whatever you want to call it. I mean, because back then, there was just the lines were drawn so differently back then, right? So you want the Odinic, that's cool. Show me your shit. Maybe it's just fucking them big ass boats. You know what I'm saying? I don't know. Everybody's got something to show for their culture. You know where I'm at right now, though. Hold on, let me fucking spoil this shit for you, Tom. You know where I'm at right now. I'm in the year 2024, equinoxing and solsticing over to 2025. So technically, yeah, it's a solstice, but we're marching toward the equinox at that point. Once you pass the solstice, then you're marching toward the equinox. This is a constant. It's like, them old school watches where you had to constantly wind that little fucking button on the side of the motherfucker so it could keep telling time. Exactly. That's what we're doing. Go ahead, bro. I'm only going to give you the first one. Then we're going to get to part 3 sometime else.
Anyway, my discomfort with these pagans, with their belief, is what they don't realize is they're viewing their pagan beliefs through a veil of Christianity. And most of you who are, let's say, pagan are listening.
All right. This is where I'm gonna devolve into a story, and I hate to do this. When I was young, when I was underage, there used to be a bookstore that I would go to in Arlington, Virginia, and it was called the Aquarius Shop. And I used to go in there. I bought shit. They were selling everything. They were selling magic wands. They were, crystal wands. You know what I'm saying. And they would sell, balls, crystal balls. They would sell everything. They had all the books. I still have several books on my shelf that came from that shop, and it was called Aquarius, and it was in downtown fucking Alexandria, Virginia, like down toward the fucking down toward the water, you know. And I would love to just I was like 16, 15 when I was doing this. I was going up there, I was buying grimoires. I was doing all that shit. You know what I'm saying? Find what you want, man. You're going to have to cycle through it, Tom. Go ahead, bro.
Listening to this are probably going, what the fuck are you talking about? Those ancient pagans did not have that duality within their belief of good, bad. Now, the biggest problem...
I disagree with that. I think everybody has that dichotomy. Why? Good is what is pleasurable to me, and bad is what is hurtful to me. I mean, come on, man.
With
we got it physically, we got it psychologically, we got it every which way.
Thing, whatever the hell it is that these individuals are afraid of reality and the reality of the self, and that big aspect of the self called the shadow. Now,
dude, is this early Tom? This might be early Tom. Like, this might be from years ago, where he wasn't so much polished in his theory. I'm thinking I might just want to quit right now because, yeah, he doesn't sound like he's not on all Tom cylinders. You know what I'm saying? He's not transforming and rolling out. I don't know. He's not collecting all the fucking Pikachus or the Pokemons or whatever. Nah, dude. Well, let's just keep going a little bit.
The gods reflect aspects of the psyche. I brought this up in many videos.
Sort of.
And a
not
huge
exactly,
aspect
but sort
of the psyche is the shadow. And for an individual to be whole, one must come to terms with the shadow.
Okay, so what is a shadow? A shadow is when a direct light hits a surface and then bends around that surface, creating an area of dark.
Or as Carl Jung put it, shadow integration. you must integrate the shadow.
Into what?
And for me, just
Shadow's
I guess
not a
it's
thing.
just my nature.
It's not a real thing.
Fluffy shit, the singing and dancing, and like I brought up before, holding hands, that crap has no appeal to me. First off, I'm not collectivistic type. I'm not the feel-good type. I much prefer dealing in reality than pretend, if you will. When I emphasize...
Wait a minute. You said you'd rather deal in reality than pretend, but then you're the one that's saying that the shadow is something real. When the shadow is nothing real at all, it's a trick of light. But come on, man.
The left-hand path. The aspect of the left-hand path I'm emphasizing is a deep primal road, I guess you could say, to the shadow self.
What does that even mean?
It's a dark road. To me, it is reality.
You do understand that a shadow can only be created when a light shines on something, right? And then there's an interference-like object. And then an object, with the light hits it, the object blocks the light shines on either side, and then guess what we have? A shadow.
It's not what I want to be true.
Good,
sure, I would love
not.
To feel good and happy all the time. That would be wonderful.
This is getting long, man. This is going to be a long one.
In the end, it would be hell. Think about it.
I've been thinking about it forever.
It's like the Christian interpretation of heaven. It would be hell.
You know what's funny is that I don't think Christians really have a depiction of heaven. Correct me if I'm wrong, but dude, trust me on this, okay? I want you to go look at, because I'm not doing it right now. I'm not fucking doing it. I'm just going off memory. But I think if you look at the depictions of heaven within, like, canonical Christian scripture, you're only going to hear two words. Seriously. And you know what those two words are? I'm going to spoil it for you. Wait, hold on. Ding, 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 ding. Eternal life. That's it. Eternal life. Go ahead, man.
My hell, at least. The way I would see hell. Because part of being alive is pain, is anger, is frustration. All those things.
I agree.
This is where I become, I get more into Nietzschean philosophy, let's say. These are all powerful aspects of being a human being.
So you can tell that Tom is somewhat here. He's just kind of coming into things. This is an older video, I think. Because I don't think Nietzsche really had much to say about that particular thing. You're just vibing him a certain way. And I vibe Nietzsche like a motherfucker too, so.
Alive. And I feel that when your philosophy is to feel good, you lose touch with what it is to be human, truly real. I don't want to lie to myself. I'm not one of those who can lie to themselves. I know a lot of people have that ability. A lot of people have the ability to ignore their doubts, to believe shit because they want it so badly to be true. They'll push aside any doubt they might have, suspend disbelief. I can't do that. So, for me, and represented in the sect, I'm trying to, I'm not trying, I am.
Okay, so what I just why I paused that right there is because this is going to be interesting as shit. He started by saying something about himself. And so I was going to take that at face value. But then he added in, and those of the sect. Those are unconnected things, my dude.
Piecing together a connection, let's say, between the modern left-hand path with the ancient primal, with the primal self. Because for many...
Is the primal self chiral? AKA, does it have a handedness to it? Just answer me that.
Hundreds of thousands of years, human beings lived a primal life. Civilization is unnatural. We have only been civilized for, at the most 6,000 years?
I would disagree. I think we've been civilized as long as we've been human. If you know what the word civil means.
Civilization originally popped up in ancient Sumeria.
The rules have changed.
Roughly 6,000 years.
But the rulership hasn't.
Plenty of us.
Come on, bro.
Be it basically anywhere else around the planet except for maybe China and Egypt, we're primitive. We were primitive people. And it's a part of who we are. It's innately...
God damn it. I'm hoping... He said it's 3 parts. Am I doing 2 or 3 in this motherfucker? Oh, great.
And we lived a brutal lifestyle. It doesn't mean I want to go back and live that brutal lifestyle where I'm constantly in fear of my neighbors, wondering if some other tribe's going to come over the hill and
let's get a bigger sword, bro.
My tribe. I don't want to live that
I'll
lifestyle.
sell you a sword.
But that innate part of who we are, we can't lose. It's still inside.
Of course we can.
And by pretending the gods
Come on, bro.
Feel good, huggy kissy.
Oh shit. I'm gonna have to turn this off. This is starting to get a little bit silly. Come on, man. Get to the goddamn point, bro.
Fucking bunnies.
No, I
you
don't
are
want to do
lying
that.
to yourself.
I'm not lying.
The gods are brutal.
The gods are comic book characters.
And they will always be brutal. And you can put a veneer of bullshit over them if you want. You know, you can make them glossy. You can turn them into cartoon characters, whatever.
Comic book characters.
The gods
That's what they always were, bro.
They are real aspects of who you are, of who we were. And we should never lose
memories.
That.
All right, that sounds like that's gonna fucking be the part 2. God damn, man. This motherfucker can talk, and so can I. So, part 2. What are we gonna call it? I have no idea.